It seems that Earth is part of this teaching a third dimension world where beings come to grow up and learn and then ascend to a higher place. But it also seems that because of how important this time is, there may be beings here that are already ascended masters that need to be here because they need to accomplish certain things that need to happen. So I see the Earth and the souls that are here as a collection of maybe beings from all over the galaxy. We're here because this planet and what's happening with free will here through our own destiny in this third dimensional experience that we're having here is extremely unusual. And I think it's very important that a lot are looking at to see what the outcome of this is. We don't know. Some people feel like they're from another place, another star constellation. Who knows where we're from or what we're here, but we talk about how we're avatars. And really, that's simply all we are. We are avatars here, and we're all part of the human experience.
Within our body and our structure, there are these chakra centers of energy, right? How the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, he mentions how they're exactly correlated with the visible colors of the light spectrum. And so if you start to think about that, we are these beings who depend on light and also reaching a higher state. So anywhere you go to a hospital or you see an ambulance drive by, look at the symbol that's on. Notice that now and pay attention to it, because it represents Enki's symbol that eventually became Thoth's symbol. And that's the ancient symbol of this idea of, it's not only the serpent representation, but it's a representation of us reaching our highest state. And what is that highest state? It simply means if you can reach your highest state of energy, you've reached Kundalini energy. Like all these truths that really connect back to what matters, they've been inverted. We've been made to believe that they're the opposite, like that Kundalini has something to do with just it has to do with sex or something, whereas it actually has to do with us reaching our highest state and then becoming clear consciously, having an objective view of history instead of being held back. So what's that medical Kedusha symbol? It's these two interwoven serpents with wings at the top. So then just remember that and think about way back, and you go back into these cuneiform records. The Enuma Elish and the Atrahasis, they talk about how we were genetically jump-started by these great beings, specifically Enki. And that we had great gifts put into us and instilled within us. And that's what these chakra centers and all these different things we have that we can unlock, that's what they represent, this dormant side of us, this dormant Atlantean side of us that we can kind of awaken. That's why they call people who go down this road of discovering there's an alternate version of history and that there's a whole other side of truth, they call them being awake, because that's what it really means. You've now awakened yourself. And so the Kundalini energy is always shown as this intertwined energy up the spine, just like a snake. And then, of course, the Kedusha symbol is these intertwined serpents, which represent our double helix DNA, long left over from these gifts that were instilled in our genetics and that are dormant within us, right? This kind of unconnected DNA that's within us, this junk DNA, all these things that are not really junk at all. They're actually the great gifts that we have that geneticists have remained kind of suppressed from and haven't talked about. These are the things where that medical Kedusha symbol, Buddhism and all these ancient cultures, where they come from, where their knowledge goes all the way back to, is the same place. It's this druid snake knowledge wisdom. It's this knowledge of understanding our place within the cosmos and within the universe itself, and knowing that we're part of this world and that we're a great being that is a steward of the planet, rather than someone just as some simple evolved ape that should just be destroying and consuming all of its natural resources.